position. Your timer, you want that? Good. All right, whenever you're ready.
Before I begin my speech, I would like to thank all of you for your hard work and dedication in contributing to our Asian American and Filipino community. Whether you were in cabinet, board, or simply carry that home away from home energy that we represent in PAC, truly, I couldn't thank you enough for all the hard work that many may not realize. I'd also like to personally thank the current cabinet. I've always admired how all of your sheer resilience in keeping this family we call a club meaningful in your own image. And I've noticed you all rarely get the recognition you deserve. So to you guys, truly, I couldn't thank you enough. Anyways, my name is Glen Alaras. I am a second-year pre-nursing student, and I humbly accept the nomination for External Vice President for the upcoming 2025-2026 term. Now, to be honest, I wasn't always known to be the guy who always knows a guy you see today. During high school, I was extremely introverted. I kept to myself a lot, and I found it extremely hard to connect with people outside my small circle. But over the summer before college, I realized I needed to make a decision. I didn't want to stay stuck in that shell. I wanted to grow. I wanted to step outside my comfort zone, and joining PAC was a huge catalyst for that change. This club welcomed me in many ways that I never expected. It gave me the space to speak, to externalize, and most importantly, to be myself, Filipino, Asian American, and proud. Being part of this community helped me find a voice that I didn't even know I had. I challenged myself. I tried talking to everyone no matter how awkward I felt. And suddenly, that scared little high schooler who ate lunch by himself was suddenly surrounded by people who would bother him to go to Simone's after every gen meeting. That same high schooler suddenly had a family. Now I want to use that same voice to continue bridges, fostering new connections, and representing PAC to the fullest as your external vice president. If elected as your external VP, my three main goals would be to be more present within my cabinet and the club itself. As external vice president and the right hand to the president, my responsibilities would include supporting the goals and ambitions of my cabinet and e-board, filling in the gaps when needed, hosting PXF and Roundtable, creating the yearly calendar, and being the first point of contact with other organizations, both outside our campus and handling ZTP cases. As I talked to many of you potential candidates over the week, I've expressed my passion and determination to be that stepping stool into reaching your goals, and I plan to continue doing that if elected. And as my potential predecessor, Jack, said, I want to be everyone's right-hand man. And I'll be continuing this vision through my presence and attendance to Gen meetings, fundies, and other events throughout the year. Second, I want to improve the image of CSULB PAC to other orgs, and I've already started. Over the past year, I've been fortunate enough to connect and build relationships with other schools' cabinet members, from CISA and FOSS's cabinet to CSULA's Kalahi's external vice president, Kevin, and even getting picked up by CSU Fullerton PASA's external vice president, John, and many, many more. Through these deep connections, I've made it clear that PAC is active, engaged, and has grown from the mistakes we've made from past anti-friendship incidents. And I plan to keep building on that momentum. Through maintaining and growing these conversations and connections, I can pave a road that would allow for more collaboration between different schools that not only strengthen our network, but also creates experiences and opportunities for our general members to explore spaces beyond our campus. Whether it's attending intercollegiate events, bonding through workshops, or simply feeling welcomed by a wider community, these connections give our members the chance to see that PAC doesn't just stop at Long Beach. It's part of something bigger. And for future cabinets, these relations lay the foundation for smoother communication, potential joint projects, and a positive reputation that makes it easier to plan, partner, and uplift our name across SoCal and beyond. By investing in these bridges now, we're not just building PAC's image, we're opening doors for the next generation of leaders to walk through with pride. Lastly, I want stronger incorporation with One Nation. Not just in name, but through more joint events, better communication, and a sense of unity. Our current president, Pat, has made it his goal to pave that road of connection. And I believe now is the time to harvest the fruits of those labors. As External Vice President this term, I will make it my mission to take initiative in continuing the nurturing of this line of communication between PAC and PCN, PAC Modern, Kappa Psi Epsilon, and Zeta Phi Rho, and incorporating it into either my e-board, or my cabinet's existing schedule. While I recognize that each organization has their own schedule and agenda, I want my presence to be known throughout all 5 organizations, and my intention is clear that I intend to be the bridge of ideas that this current potential cabinet has. The Asian American and Filipino community has always been a big part of my life. After living in Gardena and moving to historic Filipino town, I've been doing community service since the 1st grade, making sandwiches for the homeless, joining parades, and participating in events that brought people together through culture. Even after my family moved out of historic Filipino town, that sense of community stuck with me. Inspired by my sister and her involvement in her Filipino club, I helped start the very first Filipino club at my high school. On top of that, I led a team of video editors for our monthly news broadcast, served as our school's esports club president. I'm completely washed, by the way, don't ask to play with me. And got involved in many spaces as I could. But it's PAC that made me feel like I belonged, and it's PAC that made me want to keep going. So thank you for considering me and building this space and being a part of my story. And lastly, to my potential candidates, I'm excited for the future, and I can hope to continue to grow with all of you. Thank you.
All right, first off, we got Eli, young Fred.
So it seems like you talked a lot about like your past experience like in high school and like other clubs and organizations that you were part of, but you know, kind of in a college aspect, it's a little bit different, and like how things are run for clubs is a little different. So without having any CAB or board experience, what characteristics do you currently have that can help prove that you're fully qualified for this role and instill trust within your cabinet?
That's a valid concern. I completely understand where you're coming from. While it's true that I haven't held like a previous cabinet or e-board position, I believe that leadership isn't just about like the title. It's about action, consistency, and presence. And I feel like I've displayed that currently with like my outreach to the other potential candidates, my continuous efforts with externalizing even without that role. And I feel like my leadership skills within that directly correlates to what this position is asking me to do. And I feel like I can accurately portray what this position is asking for me with those experiences and what I've already done.
All right, let's get started on this list. First one. Okay, first one's from Marie. Being EVP means attending PAC events, CAB meetings, and e-board meetings. On top of that, I know you're still pursuing nursing. How will you be able to manage your time, including your personal PAC and academic time?
So I'm currently taking a gap semester for nursing, so I will have more time available to truly follow this passion of externalizing and helping out this club. But I do realize that I have my own limits. Like, I am just one person, and I would expect my cabinet and e-board to expect the same. And so, sorry, can you repeat the question?
I know being EVP means attending PAC events, CAB meetings, e-board meetings. On top of that, I know you're still pursuing nursing. How will you be able to manage time, including your personal PAC and academic?
So the way I would manage it is simply what I've already been doing, which is like blocking my time, using my calendar, basically allotting time for myself included, for my personal time, and truly like having a balance in life.
Sweet. Up next, we got Bree. Go ahead.
So what struggles do you anticipate having no prior CAB experience, and how can you, as a new leader yourself, be a leader to new CAB?
Some of the struggles that I anticipate would be, as you said, I have no prior CAB experience, and knowing that, knowing like the fine details into what goes into my role, may be a sort of problem, but I can address that through simply talking to my predecessors, simply asking my CAP to fill in the gaps of those knowledges within me, and I'm fully confident in my ability to fill in those gaps as I learn how to be the best vice president as I could. And what was the second part of the question?
How can you, as a new leader, as a new leader yourself, still be a leader to your new cabinet?
I feel like I've already addressed this recently. I've talked to many of you new candidates and fully addressed that my future. I fully addressed my leadership method and that division between work and personal life, and I feel like the efforts that I've already put would be good enough for our goals for this year.
This one is from Ree. As EDP, you would be someone who helps CAB as a whole. What are the pillars of PAC, and what are some ways you use positions for every pillar?
Yes. As I've talked to most of the candidates, I realized that their goals align with what I can help out with them. Give an example of maybe Kylie's recent speech and how she wants professionals in our Gen meeting, and just sort of that thought, like I would be the first point of contact, reaching out to other organizations or other members that we want to fit into our schedule, and so I could help doing that. I could be the source of point of contact for that.
Sweet. Your next question is from Justine. What is something that people misunderstand about you, and how does that affect the way you lead others?
What do you think about that? I guess, one thing people may misunderstand me as is I couldn't be serious, or they had a lack of or if I had a lack of confidence. And I feel like my communication with my future e-board or cabinet, that could easily be addressed